Hopefully you can see my palettes, my rose. You can see me. How much space is there above my head?
Not as much as below your head.
What? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am sitting down today to film an update on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. Even though I am so tired, I feel like a truck has hit me. It has been quite a day. I have just started a new job. I am a new teacher. I'm teaching science for elementary students, grades 1st through 5th, and I love it. It's super fun, but I am absolutely wiped out at the end of the day. But I really wanted to film this update and get it out for you and for me as well, because I still really do enjoy this project and it's a really fun way for me to go through my eyeshadows. And I'm just trying to find the energy to get it all done. So yeah, as soon as I came home, I took like an hour nap and I decided to clean my face and put on a whole fresh face of makeup to film with you. I just want to ask for other teachers out there in the YouTube community, is it completely normal to feel like a truck hit you at the end of your workday? Or is maybe there were another issue going on here? Maybe I need to call my doctor. I don't know, but it's a very taxing job. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and a lot of bandwidth, and I'm just ready for the weekend. And it's only the second day of school. Happy to be sitting down and filming for you now, and excited to get a new eyeshadow rolled in because I do finally have a pan to share. I'm gonna share that with you right now. I'm gonna share with you my progress for Pan Those Eyeshadows. For any of you who don't know, Pan Those Eyeshadows is a rolling project where you randomly select an eyeshadow from your collection to hit pan on. And that's always the goal, but I also have like a 30 use and 3-month rule for my eyeshadows if by chance I don't hit pan. So yes, summer's officially over, but I really think I made the most of it. I was doing so much fun stuff outside this summer and not wearing a ton of makeup, a ton of eyeshadow, but I think I still was able to use a good amount of my eyeshadows in my project. And I'm gonna share with you the progress that I've made right now. So I was able to squeeze my eyeshadow palettes into frame. So here they are displayed on my desk in between my beautiful jade bookends. And here is my palette for this past month. So I've been working on these 5 shades. This is Big Wig from the Jackie Aina ABH palette, Ridge from the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. This is Summer Yum from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. We have Caramelized, also from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And this is La Costa from the Alamar Reina del Caribe palette. A pretty neutral palette this past month, but I've been really enjoying the palettes that I have in this project right now and bringing in other colors and playing with just some shades that I haven't played with in a long time. We're gonna start with the shade that's been in this project the longest, and that is Summer Yum from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This shade right here. And this shade is pretty easy to use, a nice warm tone neutral. It's been great to just deepen up the crease. I've basically been using that as a crease shade with maybe a lighter shade. I've really been enjoying using this palette. I've gotten a lot more wear on it. I can already tell in the months that I've had it in. And I've especially been loving using this shade here paired with Summer Yum, and that is called Candied Peach. So you can see I've got some good wear on that. Let me go ahead and just bring this up close for you. So that's what it's looking like. And we're looking at Summer Yum here. So this is Summer Yum, and I'm definitely getting a little bit of a dip on it finally. It's been taking quite a bit of time to see any progress on it, and it is very densely packed. I know that these Too Faced shades are infamously difficult to pan, so I doubt that I will hit pan on this shade, but I do have another month to have it in my project. I've had it in 2 months now. So the first month I used this shade 13 times, and then in the past month I have used it 24 times to make a total of 37 uses of this shade. So I've hit the 30 use goal, but I haven't hit my 3-month goal. And I actually rolled this palette into my project on purpose. I just like selected it and selected a shade from it randomly. And for that reason, I have no problem keeping it in another month. I have been loving getting use on it, and it's just such an easy everyday palette, and I just think it's so flattering and pretty, and it actually pairs really well with the Jackie Aina ABH palette. I have 37 uses, no pan, and no 3 months, so I'm gonna keep it in another month, get some more use on it. I highly doubt I'll reach pan. In fact, I can quite confidently say that I won't, but we're gonna keep it in another month, play with it more, and then roll it out next month. But for now, Sweet Peach is gonna stay with us, and I'm okay to hold on to this little bit of summer for a little bit longer. But the rest of summer can like kind of F off as far as I'm concerned. It has been so hot right now filming in my house. It's like 90 degrees just sitting in my house, even with the air conditioning on. I just live above a garage and all of the hot air gets trapped up here. It's nicer than it sounds, I swear. But anyways, it's hot as heck. And I'm just ready for the fall. I'm ready for winter, but this piece of summer can stay for at least another month. So she'll go back in my little bookends here. The next shade that we're gonna talk about is Ridge, this shade here from the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. And this is a shade that I had rolled into my project in previous months. I had used it 47 times in 3 months, did not hit pan, and then rolled it out. And then it got rolled back in. What are the odds? And I have been working on it very diligently this past month because I already had quite a dip in it. I'll show you what it was looking like when I first rolled it in, kind of where I had left off from the previous time it was in. And yeah, like I said, 47 uses that round. And then it took me an additional 19 more uses, but I was able to hit pan on it. So I hope that you can see this. I'm gonna kind of try and not blind you. You can see Ridge right there, and you can see it has a nice little pan. This was a very deep, deep, deep shadow. I just felt that it was the pan that would never come, but I was consistent, I had faith, and I did not give up, and finally I was victorious. I hit pan, and this pan felt really good. Even though it was such a small pan, it had a big impact. Anyways, this palette as well, I just loved having it in my project. It's such a great summer palette with so many beautiful shimmers that were just, you know, iridescent in the sunshine this summer. And I also was using Deep Dive quite a bit. You may remember that I had rolled in this shade Deep Dive, and I decided not to try and pan that, but I was using it as a liner for a lot of looks. But I eventually gave up on that because it was giving me so much fallout and it was pissing me off. Like, it was really ruining my day. I had so many beautiful makeup looks. I would look in the mirror at the end of the day and notice this like black freckle fallout all over my under eye and not even realizing it was there. And it was really embarrassing. I even like met my new principal, and then I got in my car and I looked in the mirror and realized I had black fallout all up under my eye. And I just was like so embarrassed. So if you're gonna use Deep Dive, just be careful with the fallout. Every other shade in here I think is beautiful. Deep Dive is just kind of a weird texture. It's like kind of creamy and like chunky. I don't know. It's not the best shade. It's not even a black. It's like a dark brown. I digress. Finally, we can roll out the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. That Ridge shade is no longer eligible to be rolled in, and we can move on with our lives. So when I was talking about Summer Yum, I forgot to mention that I'm also working on another shade in this palette, Caramelized, and that is this shade here, and it's that like shimmery brown shade. This shade also gives a bit of fallout, but if I'm careful with it and use glitter glue, then it is avoidable. But it definitely, if I'm not careful, can also end up on my cheeks, which is not really the look I'm going for. So this shade, I didn't have a ton of use on it when I rolled it in, but in the past month I've used this 16 times, but I'm telling you, you could hardly tell. If I told you I was just rolling this in for the first time, you'd probably think I was telling the truth. Here it is right here. And you can see there's like a little dip forming, but not much. I think the most use you can see is where I accidentally hit my brush handle in it and like made a little scrape. So yeah, 16 uses in the first month, not bad amount. I'm pretty happy with that usage, but not super happy with the progress that you can see or can't see. Yeah, this shade also I think is going to be in here for at least 3 months. Well, it's going to be in here for 3 months, and I doubt if I'll hit pan. It's an easy shade to wear, very neutral, you know, very work friendly. So it's going to stay in, and yeah, again, happy to have this little palette with me during this time. I really am. And I really wanted to roll this in to get use on this palette, and I'm just super happy that it's looking more loved because it wasn't for too long. Even though I used it pretty regularly, it's just that dense pack that you just don't see the progress in. So that one's gonna head back there as well. All right, the next shade we're gonna talk about, I rolled in last month. It's from the Alamar Reina del Caribe palette. And I'm sorry, this palette's like really dirty. I'm just very rough with my things. It's just part of who I am. This is the shade right here. Oh my gosh, Jessica. Guys, I apologize if my nails are like grubby. No matter what I do, like there's too many things to worry about, and my nails are just very low on the priority list right now. Don't judge me too hard. This is La Costa from the Reina del Caribe palette, and it's like the shimmery shade, and I've been using it mostly as an inner corner highlight and a little bit on the lid as well when I want like a more soft neutral look. And this shade, since I rolled it in, I have used a whopping 22 times, which is pretty impressive for me, I think. Basically just using it every day in the inner corner. And it's got a nice little dip forming. Here's what it looks like. So yeah, not looking too shabby. It's got a nice little dippage in there. I'm happy with it. I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to hit pan on this in this next month with continued daily use. I have no idea how deep these pans are though, so it could be longer, but that's okay. This is a fun palette to use, and I would love to get some more use on these other shades in the palette as well. So hopefully I'll be able to incorporate those more. They're a little more difficult for every day, but it would be nice just to get some more use on these blues while I have this palette out. I actually have used El Malecon quite a few times. I think it paired really beautifully with the peach tones in the Sweet Peach palette. I was really enjoying mixing the greens and the peaches. And I'll show you some looks that I did this month at the end of the video, because I know I didn't get to do that last month, and that was kind of a bummer. The last shade we're going to talk about is Big Wig from the Jackie Aina ABH palette. Let's grab her. Oh, I love this palette. It's been so fun having it in the project. This is the second time I've rolled it in, and it was very welcome to join us again. So I've been working on the matte purple shade in here and called Big Wig. Did I show it to you? Anyways, there it is again, the purple one at the bottom. I'll be honest though, as much as I love purples, this shade has been kind of tricky to deal with. It's a little patchy, I find. It is not super pigmented. I mean, it looks pigmented in the swatch, but when I go to blend it out, it kind of disappears, or just patches of it disappear. Maybe I was just having an off day. I don't know, but I did use it today on my eye look, so you can kind of get a peek. Yeah, anyways, it's not, what am I talking about? I'm just like rambling. Like I said, I am so tired. We're just trying to get this video filmed. You can do this. You can do this. So this is what the shade was looking like last month, and it was basically untouched. I think I've used it a handful of times. And now after using it 8 times, so not a huge amount, but 8, you know, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. It's looking like, let me show you. Let me show you. This shade right here, Big Wig. It's got a nice little dip in it. Well, I don't know. Yeah, definitely a little dip. And I've been using a more pointed brush, detail brush in this for my outer corner, and as well as a liner brush for my for like a little wing or a lower lash line pop purple. Hopefully it'll start to show some more wear as I dig down in there a little bit more. But yeah, I'm always happy to have a purple in my life. I won't complain about that. I actually used this whole palette on my look today, as well as that Candied Peach shade from Sweet Peach. But I have Candied Peach on the crease, and then I have Big Wig in the outer corner, kind of creating that little flared out wing for the outer corner. And then I also used Shookington on the outer part of my lid and Zam on the inner part of my lid. And then I put a little Stila glitter on top of that just to make it pop for all of you, because, you know, what else am I doing with my glitter if not using it to film YouTube videos? So yeah, this shade, 8 uses, it's gonna be with us a while. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, so I'll just, you know, be slow and steady with this progress, hopefully. And I do need to get a little bit more usage on it though in this next month if I'm gonna meet my 30 use goal by 3 months. So hopefully in the next month I can get more uses on that and get it rolled out in due process so that I can roll in something else, because that's the whole point, is to move through my collection, and I want to refresh things. I want to keep things exciting for all of my fans out there. Ha. That's gonna go back in there. We're moving out Ridge. Awesome. Never thought that that would happen. It took 66 uses to hit pan on that shadow total over 4 months. So if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. I'm making moves in the world. We're gonna roll in a new shadow, hooray! We're gonna bring in something new. I think my eyeshadow spreadsheet is up to date. I'm gonna go grab it. Got my laptop here. Gonna open it up. Hopefully you can still see me. I don't have a viewfinder. I'm just filming on my phone, because honestly that's the best camera I have in my possession. So we're gonna use my laptop to get my spreadsheet. Where are you? I have to search for it, I guess. Is anyone else's Google Drive like completely chaotic and cluttered? Because mine is. Oh my gosh, I also realized that I've been forgetting to tell you all my pan percentage. I should do that. Okay, I'll figure that out for you before the end of the video. Okay, this is post-production Jessica here, who wanted to tell you my pan percentage because I totally forgot. I went ahead and did the math for you. I now have 32 pans out of my 418 eyeshadows, which brings my pan percentage to 7.6%. So we are getting closer to my goal. I think my goal is 15%. I don't even know what my goal is. I don't really have a goal, but it's important to know that my pan percentage did go up, I think. I hope. Until my new palettes come in. I'll put the difference up here in the corner. I have 386 eligible eyeshadows to roll into my project. And I will be honest, I did go on a little shopping spree. I know, I'm trying to be on a low buy, and I have been on a low buy this year. I haven't bought anything that I'm, you know, well, I haven't bought too much that I don't need. I've definitely bought some eyeshadows I didn't need, but you know what? It's been a hard year. And if I added a couple eyeshadow palettes, that's okay. I'm gonna forgive myself for it. I went crazy at ColourPop because they had a 25% off sale. So I bought a couple of their small palettes, which I'm just excited about that small palette trend. I don't have a lot of them. So if I'm gonna splurge, at least I splurged on a sale with very affordable makeup. So that's okay. Okay, so random number generator. So I put in the numbers 1 to 386 in a random number generator on Google. Let's generate. Okay, I got number 203. So let's see what that is. If I get a shade that's too similar to another one of my eyeshadows, I'm gonna re-roll. If I get a black, I'm gonna re-roll. If I get a cream, I'll probably re-roll. I mean, I might not, we'll see. 203. Oh. Shit. Okay, this is from a new palette. So I'm wondering if I'm like emotionally ready for this. It's from my Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams palette, which I just got. So I don't know. I mean, I know it'd be super lame of me to like just disregard the random number generator gods. Ooh. Okay, but I got a beautiful one. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. And I think it's good because I just got this palette and I need to get use on it. So I rolled in the Pastel Dreams palette, which is so lovely. And I rolled in shade number 6, which is this one here, Peach for the Stars. And it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. It's actually, I think, one of my favorite shades in the palette. And I think it'll go beautifully with what I have going on so far in this project. So yeah, let me swatch it. Oh my gosh, guys, this palette is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, Jessica, get control of yourself. It's so sparkly. All right, there they are. That is Peach for the Stars. What a cute name. And I think of all of the shades in this palette, this is probably the most wearable for every day. And you know, I'm a teacher, so I'm not trying to go too crazy at work. I think it would be a little distracting for my students. So I think this will be a nice neutral shimmer that I can wear every day or almost every day. And I think it'll also pair really well with caramelized as well as La Costa. So that is our shade. Crazy, isn't it? Welcome. So she's gonna find her place here on my vanity, and we're gonna get some nice use out of that palette. So that's great, because I've had it for a couple months now, and I think I've only done one look with it, which is not, it's not okay. That palette deserves love. It needs love. We all do. We all do. All right, let me get all my shades swatched for you. Oof. I'm actually really excited. I think it's so funny that I got the Peach for the Stars when I'm also working on my Sweet Peach palette. Does anyone else find that funny? Probably not. Why is it so hard to swatch? Like, does anybody have swatching tips for me? Because I don't know. I don't know why I can't seem to figure it out. Okay, my like old palette and my new palette are so similar, and I guess that makes sense since there's 4 of the same shades. There's still the same exact vibes going on. But anyways, here is my palette for this next month. I'm super excited to get use on that Peach for the Stars shade. I think it's beautiful. I think all of these together would make a gorgeous look. Kind of similar to the look that's on my eyes right now, but just not quite as sparkly. So we've got Big Wig from the Jackie Aina ABH palette, Summer Yum from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, Caramelized from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, Peach for the Stars from the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams palette, and La Costa from the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette. All right, so that is the update. And now I'm gonna try and tell you about some of my makeup looks without using my phone. So wish me luck. I'm gonna go on my Google photo, I think. Found it, okay. I know how to use my iPad, I swear. My last update was June 25th, and today is August 11th. Yeah, so we're looking at a good 6 weeks of eyeshadow looks, but that's okay. All right, this first look is using Summer Yum in the crease, Big Wig to deepen the crease, and then caramelized all over the lid. Not my favorite look, but it was like the first one I did with the new palette. This look, my skin was like popping. I was feeling myself. I was taking a lot of selfies. But this one is more of like a neutral look. I can't even like get a good view of it because I was too busy taking pictures of my skin. Oh yes, this is basically exactly the same. Anyways, I don't know why I rambled so much about the same look, but it's again, Summer Yum in the crease, Big Wig to deepen the crease, and then caramelized on the lid. And I think for basically every look I'm gonna tell you about, I have La Costa on the inner corner. All right, this is a look I did to go out to dinner with my husband for our 2nd anniversary. And I have, I believe, Summer Yum on the outer crease. And I think I have the Candied Peach shade from the Sweet Peach palette above that in the crease. And then I have some purple shades in the outer corner. I think I have Big Wig in the outer corner, and I think I have caramelized on the inner part of my lid, and then, what is it? Shamboni or whatever the okay, hold on. It was Shookington, I think, in my outer part of my lid. I really should take notice on these because by the time my updates come around, I don't remember what I did. I just have to guess based on looking at it. Ooh, this was a fun one. This is one of my favorite looks I did this month. This was like a look I did to go out with my sister and some friends. So I used La Costa all over the lid. I used Ridge. Oh yeah, I definitely used Ridge in like all these shades too. I used Ridge in the crease, and then I kept it really simple with just La Costa in the inner corner on the lid, Ridge on the crease. I also topped the inner corner with a glitter. I think it was the Stila glitter, maybe, or I think it was a glitter from e.l.f. And then I also used this like UV liner from Suva Beauty to do a graphic liner above my crease. And I really loved how that turned out, and I got a lot of compliments on it that night, and it was just super fun to wear out dancing. I just love doing that kind of stuff, getting just a little something unique and different when you're out and about. What can I say? I like to stand out. All right, so this is a really neutral look I did. It has ridge in the crease with Summer Yum to deepen it, and then some glitter shades from the Natasha Denona Bronze palette on my lid, and then La Costa on the inner corner. Oh, this one was okay. This is one of the looks that I used a Malacon with from the Alamar Cosmetics palette. So I have ridge in the crease, Summer Yum as well, and then even Big Wig to deepen the crease with that purple, and then I use a Malacon all over the lid, and then I use La Costa on the inner corner. This was like a super simple look. I really enjoyed this look. This was, oh God, what did I use? I think I used ridge in the crease. I want to say I used Summer Yum all over the lid. I honestly don't remember, but it was like just a really neutral brown eyeshadow. I definitely used at least one or two of my shades from the Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And then, of course, I have La Costa on the inner corner. Yeah, it's shocking. All right, this was a look I did where I used ridge and Summer Yum in the crease. And then I created a wing with Big Wig, a nice purple wing there. And I believe I used Caramelized on the lid here, as well as an additional shade. I just don't remember which one. And then I used La Costa on the inner corner. I'm just gonna keep saying that. This look was fun. I used Big Wig as a graphic liner, and I was happy with how it came out. It was kind of an experiment, but I was just trying to think of more ways to use Big Wig, and yeah, whatever. This was just like for fun. I loved this look. I made some fake freckles on me, and again, I used the Sweet Peach palette. I used that peachy shade, caramelized, what is it? Candied Peach in the crease. I used Big Wig, did I? Oh, you know what? No, I used the other purple shade from the Sweet Peach palette on my eyeliner because I only had that palette with me at the time. And this is another shade where I combined those peachy shades from the Sweet Peach palette with Big Wig and Malacon from Reina del Caribe. And yeah, those are the looks I did, or at least the ones that I took pictures of. And I think we did it. I think we filmed this update, and I can't wait to get it up for all of you and hear what you thought about my progress, hear what you thought about my looks that I created, and hear what you think about my new palette that we have to work with. I'm really hopeful to have pan on La Costa next month. Doubtful that I'll have any other pans, but at least hopeful for that one, so we can mix it up a little bit when we check in next time. All right, y'all, so that's it. We made it. It was a struggle, but I did it. I filmed an update, and now I just have to go get through the struggle of editing it. What? Now I just have to get through the struggle of editing it and getting it up for you, but I know that we can get it done. We can do it. We can do it. I'm crazy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for coming by, for taking the time to check in on me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I just hope you're doing well out there. I hope that you are getting rest like I need to get rest. And I hope that you're making a difference and doing something good out there for the world and for people and for the planet and just being a good human. Just be a good human. I made it through. It wasn't easy, but we did it. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave it a like. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about my looks, about my new palette, about my progress. Have you panned any of these shades? Tell me, how many uses did it take you? I mean, how do you even film an outro? I don't know what else to say. That's my update, okay? See you next time. Subscribe to my channel.